your grace so heavily tonight?
Oh, I had passed a miserable night. It's full of ugly sights and ghastly dreams. But I am a Christian faithful man, would not spend another such a night.
What was your dream? I long to hear you tell it.
I thought that I had broken from the tower and was to embark to cross to Burgundy. In my company, my brother Gloucester, who, in my cabin, tempted me to walk upon the hatches as we looked towards England. And sighted up 1,000 fearful times during the wars of York and Lancaster that had befallen us. As we paced along, we thought that Gloucester stumbled and in falling struck me, and I thought to stay him overboard into the tumbling billows of the main. Lord, Lord, I thought that Gloucester, what pain it was to drown. The horrible sound of water in my ears. The ugly sights of death within my eyes. That I saw 1,000 fearful wrecks. 10,000 men that fishes not upon. Wedges of gold, heaps of pearl, inestimable stones, unvalued jewels, all scattered at the bottom of the sea. And some lay in dead men's skulls, and in those holes that where eyes once did inhabit, there were crept in the scorn of eyes, reflecting gems, who wooed the slimy bottom of the deep, and mocked the dead bones that lay scattered by.
Had you such leisure in the time of death to gaze upon the secrets of the deep?
I thought I had. Often did I strive to yield the ghost, but still the envious flood kept my soul and would not let it forth.
Awakened you not with this sore agony?
Oh no, my dream is lengthened long after life, and even the tempest of my soul I passed methought the melancholy flood. What the grim ferryman which poets write of, the kingdom of perpetual night. And first there to my stranger soul was the great father-in-law, renowned Warwick, who cried aloud, scourged for perjury. Can this dark monarchy afford false Clarence? And so he vanished and came wandering by, shadow like an angel with bright hair dabbed in blood, and squeaked it aloud, Clarence is come, false, fleeting, perjured Clarence, that stabbed me and fled by Tersbury. Seize on him, furies, and take him to your torments. With that, I thought, the legion of foul fiends, such hideous cries, in which the very noise I trembled waked. And for seasons after, I could not believe, but that I was in hell.
No marvel, my lord. Though it frighted you, I promise I am afraid to hear you tell it.
Oh, Brackenbury, I have done those things which now bear evidence against my soul. For Edward's sake, I see how he requites me. O God, my deep prayers cannot appease thee, but thou wilt be avenged in my misdeeds. Yes, execute thy wrath in me alone. O spare my guiltless wife and my poor children. My soul is heavy, and fain would sleep.
I will, my lord. God give your grace good rest. Sorrow breaks seasons and reposing hours, makes the night morning and the noontide night. Princes have but their tides for their glories, an outward honor for an inward toil. And for unfelt imagination, they often feel a world of restless cares, so that betwixt their tides and the low names, there's nothing differs but the outward fame.
Who's there?
In God's name, what are you, and how came you hither?
I would speak with Clarence and came hither on the legs.
Are you so brief?
Sir, it is better to be brief than tedious. Show my permission. Talk no more.
I am in this commanded to deliver the noble Duke of Clarence to your hands. I will not reason what is meant hereby, because I will be guiltless of the meaning. Here are the keys, there sits the Duke asleep. All to the king, and signify to him that thus I have resigned my charge to you.
Do so. It is a point of wisdom. Very well.
What? Shall we stop him as he sleeps?
No. Then he will say this is cowardly. When he wakes.
When he wakes. My fool! She'll never wake till judgment day.
Why, then he will say he slept and sleep.
The urging of that word judgment hath bred a kind of remorse to me.
What? Art thou afraid?
Not to kill him, having a warrant for it, but to be damned for killing him, which no one can defend.
I thought thou hast been resolute.
I am. Let him live.
Back to the Duke of Gloucester. Tell him so.
I pray thee. Hopefully my holy humor shall change.
Remember our reward when the Duke is burned.
Sounds. He dies. I forgot the reward.
Where is thy conscience now?
The Duke of Gloucester's purse.
How is it come to thee again?
I'll not meddle with it. It's a dangerous thing. It makes a man a coward. It makes not steal, but accuses him. He cannot swear, but it cheeks him. He cannot lie with his neighbor's wife, but it detects him. It's a blushing shame-fast spirit that mutinies in the man's bosom. It fills one full of obstacles. Maybe once restore a purse of gold that I found. It beggars any man that keeps it. It is turned out of all towns, cities for a dangerous thing, and every man that means to live well endeavors to trust to himself and to live without him.
Downs, it is even now at my elbow, persuading me not to kill the Duke.
Take the devil in thy mind, and believe him not. He would situate with thee, to make thee sigh.
Tut, I am strong framed. He cannot prevail with me, I warrant thee.
Spoke like a tale fellow that respects his reputation. Come, shall we to the skier?
Take him over the coster with the hilt of thy sword, and then we will chop him up and put him in the Malmsey butt in the next room.
Oh, excellent device. Make a stop with him.
Hark! He stirs. Shall I strike?
No, first, let's eat him.
Where art thou, keeper? I wish for a cup of wine. What? In God's name, what art thou?
A man, as you are.
Ah, yeah. But not a noble, as I am.
Nor as you, as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, yet your lips are humble.
My voice is now the king's, my lips mine own.
How darkly and how deadly dost thou speak. Your eyes do menace me. Why do you look so pale? Who sent you hither, and where hence you come? To murder me.
I.
You scarcely have the hearts to tell me so, and therefore do not have the hearts to do it. Wherein, my friends, have I offended you?
Offended us? You have not. But the king.
And I shall reconcile to him again.
Never, my lord. Therefore, prepare to die.
You'd call forth out from a world of men to slay the innocent? What is my offense? Where are the evidence that do accuse me? Where? What lawful quests have given their verdict up under the frowning judge? Or who's pronounced the bitter sentence of poor Clarence's death? Before I be convict, try the force of law. To threaten me with death is most unlawful, but I charge you as you hope to have redemption. By Christ's dear blood shed for our grievous sins, that you depart away and lay no hands on me. The deed you undertake is damnable.
What we will do, we do upon command.
And he that hath commanded is the king.
O errant's vassal, the great King of kings hath in the tables of his law command. Take heed, for he holds vengeance in his hands, to hurl upon the hearts to break his law.
And that same vengeance doth be hurled on thee, for false forswearing and for murder too, whom thou wert sworn to cherish and defend.
How canst thou urge God's dreadful law to us, when thou hast broke it in so dear degree?
Alas, for whose sake did I that ill deed? For Edward, for my brother, for his sake, why? Sins. Yet sends he not to murder me for this, for the sin is as deep as I. If God will be revenged for this deed, he needs no indirect or lawless course to cut off those who have offended him.
Who made thee then a bloody minister? That princely novice was struck dead by it.
My brother's love, the devil, and my rage.
Thy brother's love, our duty, and thy fault. Provoke us hither now to slaughter thee.
Oh, if you love my brother, then I am his brother, and love him well. But you shall be hired for meed. Go back again, and I will send you my brother Gloucester, who shall reward you better for my life than Edward for his tidings of his death.
You're deceived. Your brother Gloucester hates you.
Oh no, he loves me, and he holds me dear. Go you to him from me.
Aye, so we will.
Tell him, when tell our princely father York blessed him his 3 sons with his victorious arm and charged us from his soul to love each other. He thought little of this divided friendship. Bid Gloucester think of this, and he will weep.
Right, as snow in heaven, thou deceivest thyself. 'Tis he that sent us hither now to slaughter thee.
Cannot be, for when I parted with him, and hugged me in his arms and swore his sobs that he would labor my delivery.
And why, so he doth. Now he delivers thee from this world's thraldom to the joys of heaven.
Make peace with God, for you must die, my lord.
Hast thou that holy feeling in thy soul to counsel me to make my peace with God? Art thou thy to yet so blind that thou wilt war with God by murdering me? Ah, sirs, consider that he has set you on to do this deed, and he will hate you for the deed.
What shall we do?
Relent and save thy souls.
Relent. This is cowardly.
Not relent, 'tis devilish. Which of you, if you were a prince's son being pent from liberty, would you, as I am now, two such murderers like you came around? And, my friend, I spy some pity in thy looks. Come as thou, you on my side, and entreat for me. Oh, if thine eye not be a flatterer, as you would beg if you were not in my distress. As a beggar prince, what beggar pities not?
Look behind you, my lord. Bloody deed, and desperately dispatched. How fain, like Pilate, would I wash my hands of this most grievous murder done.
How now? What meet'st thou that thou helpst me not?
I would he knew that I had saved his brother. Take thou the fee, and tell him what I say, for I repent me that the Duke is slain.